What up, what up, what up? Let me see here. Let me go to my pages as usual and share this over. Share. It's a late one tonight, boys. If you're stopping live, I appreciate it. If not, I won't hold it against you. Because it's late, like I said. That being said, though, this is going to be a pretty good stream. We had a lot of good stuff happen today. Some thoughts, and we'll get through it as quickly as possible because, like I said, it is late and I need to go to sleep because I got another big day tomorrow. So let's look at this thing. I don't know if people think this is a whiteboard. This isn't a whiteboard. This is Google Keep. As you can see here, I would highly recommend Google Keep. It is a very nice note-taking app that you can do like lists on and all sorts of stuff, and it's right in your Google account. I mean, if you have a Google account, then you have Google Keep. Congratulations. Something you didn't know, maybe. What I want to talk about is this stuff here as usual, and let's just run through it. Some of the stuff is less important, so try to get through that as quickly as possible. The first thing, new controller. Backstory, I have this PC. I kind of got coerced into playing a couple games. Really just one game, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Warzone. I did buy the game. Kind of not proud of that because Warzone was free, but you got to play multiplayer too occasionally. So spent $60 on that, but again, it's understandable. Whatever. It's okay, Dave. Yeah, they've all been very late, so yeah, I don't blame you whatsoever. This one is no different. So, but I appreciate you hopping on, man. Thank you. As far as the controller thing goes, I started playing Call of Duty on the PC because again, kind of feel like a dickhead if I don't play at least one game on here, and I bought the game and I was using my sister's boyfriend, Jesse Steckley, was on FBP recently. You should check that out. I was using just like his Xbox controller, but the crappy thing about that one is like there's first generation controllers and you have to wire them unless you get like some sort of dongle or some shit. And I was like, I'm not going to buy that and a controller or whatever. So I got the second generation controller of this Xbox thing right there. And she's kind of beauty. She's a beauty. Waited literally probably a month for that. And while the controller itself like functions, I guess, it's like wireless capable to the computer, and it's kind of annoying because it's already dropped connections a couple times. So that's why I have like this little comment here, like it's there could be maybe something that I'm doing wrong, but again, it's just like a Bluetooth device. So I do have my keyboard and my headset that I use, just like my headphones, as Bluetooth devices as well. So I don't know if there's like interference or there's any bullshit going on there, but ultimately that's kind of a little disappointing that it has dropped connection a few times, but it's not like the end of the world and I could always wire it. I needed a controller anyway if I was going to play. So, but that's just kind of interesting that, I don't know. I read some things on Reddit saying that like they probably want you to just buy the thing that plugs in to the USB and then like that stabilizes the connection more because it's their thing. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know, play around with a little bit more. It works, and if you're gonna play, you might want to play wired anyway, so not a big deal. But that's the update on that. Finally came after honestly a month. The other thing that is just dumb is these fucking Pixel Buds. So I have this linked here because I've been checking this all the time, and they say that these new colors are going to come out in August here, and they haven't. So it's actually funny that like these white ones have been out for a long time, but like still everything is backed up, like just because of, I guess, COVID and everything like that. I want these ones right here because they'd match my beautiful phone, right? That is actually not really orange. It's more of like almost a salmon. It's kind of annoying, but that's beside the point. I want these because I think they're probably, word on the street is that they're going to be limited to just the US. So that would be kind of cool if I had that and matched it all, and it'd be dope. But these ones were like seen on like Walmart.com I think people bought them. And yeah, so I'm kind of, these are like first world problems that I'm kind of describing here. But, point of the matter is I'd like this to be, like purchasable at some point. Although the other thing too, and this is the last thing I'll say about this because it's just total rant thing, is I have heard such bad things about these Google Pixel Buds, like people saying they drop connection, people saying that there's like this, that, and the other thing going on, and low volume and all that sort of stuff, and they don't sync properly. And I hope that the silent majority in that is that there's a lot of them that are fine, and then there's like a handful of people that are just saying, like the only people speaking up are the people that basically are saying that they're fucked up. And Reddit is just like kind of going off with all that. So one day maybe I'll have these guys right here. But until that day comes, we will stick with our old Samsung Icon X's that have done pretty well for us. But I'm not a Samsung guy anymore, so. Yep, that's it on that. Okay, so this next thing is kind of cool. I bought some stickers. Jesse actually, again, he recommended me. There's this place called Sticker Mule. I guess I can just go to it. What the hell? Sticker Mule. So there's this place called Sticker Mule, and I will put this link right in this chat, and hopefully that goes out to all the platforms there. It's a $10 sticker credit if you click on that. I made an order, and they gave me $10. So basically it's just a referral link. So if you click on that and you sign up, then you get $10 and I get $10. So go use that if you're interested in some stickers. This site though is more than just stickers. It looks like there's a lot of cool shit here. And, but the reason that I was on here is because right now, if you click on like stickers and then you click on die cut stickers, which is literally like any shape you want, like you could put like any logo or whatever, and you can do that. If you click on 3x3, I'm not sure if it's in everything else, but if you click on 3x3 and 50, and you click on continue, look, this says $69. You click on continue, and then you choose a file. I don't know if I'm going to click this for a second. Okay, 50, 69. That's confusing because let me just try to choose a file here. Documents. No. Bear with me here. There we go. Okay. Let's just try to do this one again. So I just uploaded like the FBP logo because that's what these stickers are going to be. I hope it does it. Yeah, get rid of this mule. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. This is not what I expected this to do, but that's kind of cool. They have like hot sauce. Apparently. Oh, I think I know. Okay, so you got to take my word for this here, but here's the thing. So apparently there's a lot of things going on here. So the first thing is that apparently they have mule sauce, which is like hot sauce. And I guess they're trying to, when you have $100 in your cart, they try to sell it and all that bullshit, whatever, that's fine. But the point is that I don't think I can do it anymore because I already made an order, but I'm pretty sure if you haven't made an order and you just like signed up, you can get 50 die cut stickers, meaning like they could be any shape, anything like that. Like if your logo is like a certain shape, they'll cut it out for you. I actually already got a proof back for this exact thing that I'm showing you here, and they tried to cut out the letters, and I'm like, no, just a square is fine. So, but the point is they'll cut that out for you and they'll do all that stuff. And I am not shitting you. I paid $9 because I think you only get, like I said, one time at it, but you get 50 stickers for $9 as opposed to 60 or 70. I have no idea why anybody would pay $70 for 50 stickers. Couldn't tell you in the world. And because of the fact that they can somehow sell them for $9. So I'm very confused about all that. But I swear to you, if you sign up right now and you put your own thing in here, and then you put 50 quantity of 3x3, this will go down. There will be another line item in here that says minus 60 for a discount, and you will pay $9 plus $9 free shipping, and it'll be like some tax, so like $9.54 or something. So if anybody's interested in stickers, there's a code there. There's $10. Get down with it. I think you only get one crack at the $60 off thing, but that's pretty dope still. So, long story short, purchase these stickers. Hopefully, they come back with a proof that looks just like this, and then I have 50 stickers like this to either give away or stick in random places. But I thought it was cool, something to try. Only $9 for me. So, Booyah. Yeah, there's the code thing. So if you use that, I appreciate it. If not, no big deal. Next thing was I filmed AM and the PM 21. Not just me and Amanda. And it was good. We talked about our weekend that we just had out in the forest. It was pretty dope. It was a good time. I have to edit that tomorrow for literally Thursday, as well as tomorrow I have to promote, like, FPP 52 goes live with our most recent guest. So I have to film, or I've already filmed, like I said, AM and the PM 21. Got to edit that and do the whole thing. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, such a fuck fest for me because of all the stuff that I've created for myself there. So that's interesting. Played some hockey, played 2 games at 2 different rinks back to back. We won, pretty good games. Just more exercise and such. Side thing about the hockey, I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I'm trying to get back into actually some strength training. So I found like a ball hockey easy like training program, and I'm probably going to implement that. I haven't implemented it yet because I think I'm going to do it on the off days that I'm not playing, an actual game, which is kind of few and far between right now, but I think is important. So I'll figure that out here as we move forward. But I gotta do something there because I want to make sure that I'm not just doing cardio stuff. I want to make sure that I'm trying to build some muscle and all that jazz. So yeah. Okay, so couple things here, and I'm actually going to talk about this one first because this is just easy. So I edited, rendered, and published FBP 52, and it was super early. Like normally these videos are getting finished rendered like right about now to go live at like noon today, technically, in like 10 hours. But I was rendered in the morning or in the early afternoon, so that's why I said like early AF. And I just finished it's all on there. It's being processed. It's already processed in HD or SD and 1080p, so it just needs process on 4K. Everything's up there. Everything's ready to go into Anchor. I just need to verify the description with our guest, and then we should be good to go. So it's going to hit the 12 noon time slot tomorrow, and then I will promote that everywhere, so that'll be dope. And then that leaves us with the self-awareness one, this consultation, and then this last kind of bit that I want to talk about. Where should I start? I'll start at the self-awareness. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed about myself, and I didn't ever really think that it was like a thing per se until like I really started to focus on like, and kind of like watch myself. There's definitely something to the fact that like when you are most effective, meaning if you're most effective in the morning or at night or whatever, recently, for some reason, I've been kind of effective at night, which is not a normal thing. Like, I mean, I don't know how I'm staying up these late hours all the time, but more so than that, I am extremely effective when I have like a full 8 hours of sleep or whatever I naturally have. I don't wake up with an alarm clock. And I noticed this a while ago, but like I really shows some days. Like today, I was a fucking monster. I woke up and I just did like a bunch of little tasks, a lot of tasks that weren't on here, like just some odds and ends thing that I needed to get done. And then I dove into the tasks that I needed to do. And it was really good. It was really fun. It was effective. But the point is that I think that a lot of people could benefit from having this self-awareness and trying to like understand and watch what they're doing and see when they're naturally the best. Meaning if like you wake up all the time, I feel like you should wake up energized, but that's kind of beside the point. Maybe there's people that doesn't happen for them. But like one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to do what I want to do and am in the position now is because I felt like I was waking up and then giving my best hours to somebody else. And that just fucking killed me. So the fact that I get to wake up now and immediately get out of bed, which is like 5 feet that way, and then sit here and just do my work or stand here and do all this stuff, it's awesome. And that is a lot of self-awareness that I have garnished over like the past months and year, and I'm happy about that because it really has just made me more effective. So just a random bit there. The only other thing is like in the middle of the day, sometimes I get really fucking like, not like lethargic. I used to get really bad lethargic likeness when it was like early on in my employment, just like working from home type thing. But like since then, it's kind of gotten better. And normally what I do is I just eat like one big meal kind of in the middle of the day. And then if I have hockey or whatever, like I'm not eating like multiple meals or anything. So It's a lot of food. It's more than enough. I'm not starving myself by any means. But the point of that is you kind of got to work with your schedule. So whatever I have going on, I want to make sure that, everything is kind of like in line as far as all that stuff goes. And it's been working pretty well, so can't really complain. One thing that I did do today, though, was I had a 2-hour business consultation call where I was giving the consultation to someone. And it was really good. They wanted to set up like LLCs. They wanted to, do the whole process of getting like a business started. So they have the idea and they're doing everything. It was actually Jesse. He has, if you haven't seen the episode, he has a new business and it's called Tech Neighbor. And if you go to techneighboronline.com, it kind of gives you an idea, but it's like tech support and tech education and all that sort of stuff. And he's got a lot of good ideas. He's got a lot of good things already in place as far as the marketing side of things, but he doesn't have the legal and doesn't have the money in place yet, like those functions of it. So I've done it 5 times. So I was like, yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you. So talk to him a lot about like the steps, and I have a document in here. This is it, I'm pretty sure. So this is kind of like a sneak peek here. Not many people, some people have seen this. I want to turn this into something much more than this, but the point is that I kind of went over this with him to an extent and went into a lot more detail, like explaining things. But basically, these are the steps that, kind of like did it just the way that I would do it. So think of a name, phone number, registered agent, actually form, the limited liability company, and you do all this stuff yourself. A lot of people make mistakes, in my opinion. They think that this is way too complicated to do yourself, and they'll hire an attorney. So instead of paying $125, you're paying like an attorney like $500,000 now. I don't know how much an attorney costs, but I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure it's like $300 an hour or something. So you're paying a lot more for an attorney, or you use like LegalZoom or Rocket Lawyer or something, and that's still like expensive and just not necessary in a lot of instances, I think. And then if they want to get your EIN too, you're paying for that. That's a fucking free thing. This operating agreement, if you have an attorney or somebody write that, that's money, but you can do that for free. There's templates online. You're not trying to if you're not trying to become Amazon overnight, you don't need to spend this type of money to start a business. The overhead is so low. So it's just like all that sort of stuff. It's like I really enjoy passing on this knowledge because I've done it so many times. And it's definitely a passion of mine. That's what one of my little notes here was. So I was just talking. I was just enjoying the pass through of information along to him, and it was a really, I thought it was really productive. I think we actually went through it. He ended up going through it, and he just he formed the LLC, got the EIN, boom, done. Didn't do the operating agreement thing just because he's his own person, so you can kind of dabble in that and just put it together as you wish. Already had the domain name. Told him about kind of recommend G Suite, but all that sort of stuff. Then we talked about the banking. This is actually kind of important. So you need a checking account. So I use Aslo, but he's probably gonna have some cash business, so we'll probably use PNC. And then accounting software, I use QuickBooks, but you can literally start for free there too. You could start with Wave or something, and if you ever need a switch, you could do that. So just a lot of stuff like that. I mean, I just really enjoy all of this. And then this whole thing kind of needs to be turned into a video series or some sort of course or something that has a lot of detail in it and all these links and stuff, because I think that's just really. I think it's really vital and something that I haven't gotten around to yet, but I really like this stuff. So I know that this is going to be something that is going to be heavily in my future, and it actually goes right in line with this last part here. So I got this question today from Amanda, and it's a very warranted question, but it's a question that is kind of annoying in a sense to answer. I actually think I did a good job at keeping my cool. But the question is how and when do you plan on making money is the question to me. And definitely warranted, obviously. And we're very, this was right before we filmed our podcast. So we're very open. We're very upfront with each other and everything like that. and pretty much done showing stuff. So, we're very open, always communicate and stuff like that. And, it wasn't her like being like an asshole or anything. It was just like she was, she had the question, she was curious. And she's had some conversations with different people, and it's just like, I don't know. So she asked the question, and I don't really know the answer to that question. Like I say it all the time on the stream. It's like, I have all these things. We're doing all this stuff. I think it's a lot of good shit, but we're not making money yet. And fortunately, honestly, we've been in a time where like kind of the whole world has been slowed and in a standstill. And I kind of think that has worked to my advantage to some degree because, a lot of other things too, like I'm still in my parents' house and stuff like that. But the point is that at the end of the day, in the way that I have evolved as like a person, as a professional and all that, you can only worry about like money to a certain degree. And do not take this as like, oh, I'm just going to stream every night and do these podcasts and never make any money. That's not the case. What I'm saying is that you can't like worry and fluster and like get all like, tizzy or whatever over money all the time. And like I understand when people do that and like how that ends up happening, because it's a very like thing that's like just like drilled in everybody's minds. But the way that I've come to think about it, shit takes time. Like you cannot just blow up on social media or podcast or anything like that like overnight. You can't. Like it's not really possible. I mean, it's possible, but it's unlikely. And what I do every single day, I did it today. I did it with multiple people today. I try to establish good relationships with people. Like I want to be kind, I want to be empathetic, I want to provide any sort of value that I can. And then I know that in the long run, that's going to benefit me, and in doing all of that and in setting all of these things up, like I've said numerous times, we are now at the point where we can start to turn the corner and try to like focus on monetization of a couple things here and there and actually get to the next level. And the reason, honestly, one of the reasons that Amanda asked that question is because we've been talking about moving out at some point. And, she has like a regular, salary, like income. And I don't currently because I'm doing all this stuff. We're not in bad financial situations by any means, but again, it's risky-ish, I would say, to move out and not have that, like normal, regular income or whatever to cover those types of things. Excuse me, because you can definitely get into trouble like that. That being said, though, might be a good risk to take because it might, sometimes when you're backed into a corner, you do have more of an opportunity and a drive to focus on those types of things. Because I think that if you look at this very logically, there is absolutely no way in hell that the stuff that I'm doing is not valuable. There's no way. Like it's absolutely valuable to somebody, to a lot of people probably in some certain area of, the world and like a demographic, those things that fall under that. I need to find them. I need to do a better job of getting my content to them. And I need to consistently I'm being very consistent with these podcasts and getting those up and being very consistent with these live streams. I need to get a little more consistent with some other stuff and then also tidy up some projects and do that. Those types of things. I don't know anybody else. Truthfully, I'm being serious. Like other than Elon Musk, I don't know anybody else that like does as much shit as me. I'm not saying that's the right thing. I'm just saying that I'm doing a lot of different stuff. And it's because partially like I was interested in a lot of things and then I put it all together and now we have MJS Industries that owns all these different these things. And, I'm having fun with all of them. Right. So that's not like a dig on people that aren't doing a lot of work. I'm just saying that like I need time for the things to evolve because it wasn't just like I started one thing and then, well, now we're here. Because it would have been much faster. So basically, I think it's not a knock on Amanda, but like, I think that patience is really important. And I've known that for a long time, and I've had a really bad patience for a long time with these types of things. But I am truly fulfilled. Like the stuff that I'm doing is actually fulfilling now. It's not shitty anymore like it was when I was at a job. And I feel good every single day. I'm stressed every single day, especially because like the money thing, it stresses me out all the time. Like I need to start making some money, but we're getting there. Like it's a fucking process, you know. There's no magic to this. It's hard fucking work. A little bit of luck here, maybe, you know, but like there's almost no way that you can fail if you just work hard. Somebody's going to call me out on that probably. But the point is like, you know, that's how I think. And I think there's a lot of times where if you just kind of consistently work hard and you just believe that you're going to make it, you'll just fucking continue to trend upward, you know? And it's tough when you hear that. And Amanda's very supportive. Like I said, it's not really coming from that. It's like, she's getting antsy to move out and like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be here anymore either. You know, I'd like to move in, but like we said, and by the end of 2021 and, you know, and I fully intend on hitting that. But like the problem, here's the real problem. Let me give you the real problem as I understand it. And hopefully if anybody ever watches this that is like, or I come back on this or something, right? Anybody that has some experience in doing like entrepreneurship and working, not like a salary, not like an actual employee job, like building something for yourself. Hopefully there's some truth to the statement that like, let's say right now my net worth is like 80K, okay? With all the businesses, everything like that. Let's say that I believe wholeheartedly that there is a lot of truth to the idea that if it's 80K now, then in 1 year, like before that goal expires, like before the end of 2021, I highly believe that it could shoot up to somewhere near like 200K. And the reason that I say that is because when you're working for yourself, you control your own destiny. The harder you work, the more strategic you are, all these other things. Like you can't do that at a fucking job. You're not going to get like twice the amount of money that you made last year or this year and all that sort of stuff. So, and I'm not shitting on employment. I'm just saying that like that is the state of the union. Like that's the state of what I'm trying to do. Like I truthfully believe that if I focused on trying to make money, which I'm very, like I said, very close to here, as soon as I can somehow figure out how to maintain these things here, these what's it called? It's just a lot of shit going on. But the point is that if you get to that point and you're able to expand the amount of, you know, monetization and everything that you're doing, like it could grow rapidly. And you're not going to get that at a salary position because you normally get like 2% raise and whatever the hell else there is. So that's what I mean is, you know, there's a lot of things going on in my head. There's a lot of different options, a lot of different ways to do all that stuff. And we're getting there. And it's just, the shit takes time. And occasionally it's annoying. I talk about it almost nightly because it's very strange too. The other thing is when you have every night to reflect on what you've done, I think it's actually really healthy, truthfully, because you constantly think about the things that you did and, you know, you're documenting them obviously, but you think about the things you did, you think about the things you could do better, things you can do this week, tomorrow, whatever. You know, the only thing I can say bad about it is it makes every day feel like a month because I come on here and I'm like, oh, I just talked about this yesterday. Well, it was yesterday, you know, like nothing's really changed day by day, but in the grand scheme of things, a lot of shit has gotten done. So I don't know. I'm happy. I'm really happy. Like I can honestly say that I'm happy and I'm fulfilled with everything that I'm doing. I'm happy with the setup that I've built. I'm happy with all these businesses that I'm building, the foundations of everything, like all the experience that I've gained from a structure perspective. The next fucking beast is getting money from people. Like, you know, and I'm just like, not saying just fucking steal money from people. I'm saying like selling shirts, selling my knowledge, selling the sponsors, like advertising spots on these podcasts and all this stuff. And that's where we go. That's where we go next. And we consistently put out the content and we monetize it. And that's fucking it. Like, it's, and you just keep going upward. It's not rocket science per se, and it's not fast. It's, I got to email people. I got to call people. I got to email people. I got to try to get like sponsors for the podcast. I got to fucking, I got to try to get more people to subscribe to the YouTube channels creatively somehow so we can get to monetization. That's the type of shit, there's so many in everything that I've built so far, truthfully, like on this thing right here, this sheet on this back wall that I can't point to, this greenish yellow thing on there, on the bottom section of each business, there is like income streams. There's at least 3 for everyone. So they're not going to be like millions of dollars tomorrow. They're going to be like, a couple bucks here and there. Start up, keep going. And dude, like, I have no fucking doubts. I have no doubts in all the stuff that we have going on here. And I'm so happy that everybody, has been so supportive, and I appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that's come on the podcast. I appreciate everybody that has ever, dropped me a line and just said, hey, you help me, or, even ask me a fucking question. Like, I love answering the questions, so I'm just I'm out here trying to build these relationships, build these businesses, and, that's almost one and the same, because I truthfully believe that that's how you consistently trend upward too, is you have to be nice to people, you have to be empathetic, you have to understand people's situations, you have to really be a good communicator and just want everyone to succeed. And, it starts with you. I mean, like, just work hard and just keep going. So I don't know. Just at the end of the day, some people will doubt you. And again, I'm not saying Amanda, but like some people will doubt you ultimately. And because they haven't done it. That's the worst. You never get comments like, oh, what are you doing? Or like, how are you going to do this or that or the other thing from people that have done the shit that you're trying to do. You ever notice that? Like, you don't get those comments because those people that have done it before know what you have to go through. And I think that's the biggest thing right now, kind of that I have to get across to Amanda, but she understands it 95% of the time. There's a 5% time where her mind starts to wander and she doesn't focus on like what I just said about the process thing. But it just takes fucking time, I thought I had something better to say there, but it's just a process, and it just takes time. And what I was going to say was kind of like the next 5 years of your life are probably going to be shittier than the 10 after that. It's like you just have to shovel some shit. And honestly, it's not even shoveling shit. Like, it's enjoyable. It's just a lot of work, and it's a lot of like, what am I doing all this for? Like, this questioning and stuff. But you don't get to the next spot if you don't do this. And fuck, man, it's tough. Because it's so tough to be in this spot. This is one of the hardest. I mean, always. And then the other thing, too, is like, you can be like rich as fuck. You can be like really successful, and people still shit on you, like Jeff Bezos and all these other people, that are monstrously successful. People hate like Elon Musk probably for like stupid ass reasons. So you can't even fucking worry about any of that. But the point is, like, I don't know. Like, I just truly believe in it, and it's an interesting spot to be in this situation where you actually do enjoy what you're doing every day, and you know that you're working towards something. And of course, the money is not always there, like right away. It's normally how it tends to go, I think. But you just keep fucking doing it, because why not? What's the alternative? You stop, go get a job. The shit doesn't get built if you don't build it. So I don't know. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff tomorrow here. We got we got to finish and promote FBP 52. We got to confirm our next couple guests here. We had a guest drop today actually, so now I only have two in the hopper. Kind of upsetting, but that's not a big deal. I got to edit and post FBP 21 or AM and PM 21 rather, and I really have to deal with the situation on this computer, the storage and everything, just because there's too many things on there. I'm not deleting enough stuff, but I also want to do the clips, so maybe I'll get around to that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. The only other thing that I need to do is I need to set some more deadlines for myself, because I've effectively created these deadlines for AM and the PM and Fuel by Progress every week. And I put in my calendar when I'm going to do my finances, like every Monday morning, and I just know that I'm going to do this every night. So when I set shit in stone, I do it. When I don't, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do that. And then like, I know it's still on the list. It doesn't like not ever get done, but it's like, it doesn't get done in a timely manner. So need to do a little bit more of that. But again, we're working on it. So I have tried my best. I'll leave you with this. I've tried my best to get much easier on myself. Not like fucking get pissed off when, oh, I didn't do the 70 fucking things that I have on my list today. I only did 50 of them. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you want? What do you want out of yourself? You can't be a fucking drill sergeant and a, whip cracker on your own back. Like, that's crazy. So, cause then it sucks, and that's no fun. So, but yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to use the sticker code, pop on there, hit the stickers. But yeah, there should be a setup tour video. I posted an Instagram story about that. There should be a setup tour video coming very soon. It is pretty much done, I think. I don't think I'm going to change anything else really. Maybe if those Google Pixel Buds ever come, that'd be fucking great. But yeah, don't quote me on that, because again, I haven't put an actual timeline on that. But yeah, we got to figure all that out, and we'll move forward as usual, because that's what we do, because we're fueled by progress. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. Support means a hell of a lot, and we're going to keep going. So thank you again, as always, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.